What's going on, guys? It's Coach Mac back here once again, not only helping you with basketball, but helping you with life. So today I want to talk about how you could be lazy and not even know the reason why. And the way I want to talk about it is I want to talk about an athlete that I train. And just to paint the picture for you, she's almost 6 feet tall, probably 6 feet with shoes on. She's a guard and she has the perfect athletic build. And you would think that she should be in athletic, and you would think that she should dominate, that she would average 20 points and 10 rebounds a game easily on any given night. But she doesn't do that. But it didn't make sense because in training, she would go hard. She would give all of her effort and look good in training. But when it got to the games, it seems like that she was out of shape, that she wasn't giving everything that she had, that she wasn't playing defense aggressively. She was not getting rebounds. She is not living up to her potential and what we saw in training. So her dad and I, we would ask her questions like, hey, what's going on? We need you to be honest with us so we can know what we can do to help you perform better in game. And one night after training, her dad came to me and said, Coach, I figured out what it is. And of course, I was like, well, what is it? And he said that she's afraid. And she admitted to this after they had a heart to heart, but she was afraid. One thing she was afraid of was she was afraid that what if I give everything that I have and I'm not as good as people think I am? The second fear that she had was because she is into her appearance, which nothing is wrong with. She wants to look a certain way when she plays. So she wanted to look cool and, she just wanted to look good while she played. So, but I believe the biggest fear was that what if I am not as good as people think that I am? And so remember, there's Bible for everything. And we've talked about this before, so I don't want to go over the whole thing, but it reminded me again of the parable of the talents found in Matthew, how the servant entrusted talents to how the master entrusted talents to his servants. And when he came back, there was one who did not invest in what it is that the master had entrusted him with. And the reason he did not invest it was because he said, I knew you to be a hard man. So he was fearful of him. And this reminded me of her. She was fearful of what others would say about what if I'm not good enough, or what if I don't look a certain way when I play. So going back to, we see in 1 Timothy how Paul was talking to Timothy, and Timothy had a gift inside of him. And Paul reminded him to stir up that gift. And he told him, for God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. And so even though Timothy was gifted, he had to be reminded of this. And sometimes, going back to the parable of the talents, remember the master said, you wicked and lazy servant. He called him lazy because he did not invest in what it is that held him back from receiving more. So could it be that your laziness is because of your fearfulness? So if that's the case, I want to remind you, as Paul reminded Timothy, God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. So don't let your fear keep you from getting what God has in store for you. So as always, I hope this helps.